Welcome, everyone, to our Halloween special.
Ooh.
It's getting spooky up in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a good time here tonight. I'm Jason Axe.
I'm Kevin Graham.
And this is Brain Rack. And, I mean, we came dressed to the nines.
It's that time of year.
That's right.
It's that day.
I mean, I
I told you on the last show that I was going to get the most out of this costume that I could get.
You weren't lying.
And I wasn't lying. I got my wrench. I've got my plunger.
That's right.
I got my barrel full of ale.
He's ready to go, folks.
I'm ready to plumb some pipes.
Now, we also
fight some dinosaurs.
We also talked about previously as well, thrift store.
Thrift store.
It was where it was at.
Yeah.
So I am clearly dressed as a hipster Gaston.
Okay.
Because I do not have any hair.
Right.
So this is my
That's
luscious locks.
It's kind of, because isn't there like that Disney show now, like The Descendants, or like,
yeah,
like the.
So I'm Gaston's bastard child.
Maybe, I don't know.
Okay. But as you're watching this, I am currently at Disney.
You are at Disney.
So, and I'm wearing this getup.
Yes, or is he? Spooky.
And you are clearly one of the village people.
No. Oh, I still got to show you something, by the way.
Okay.
I haven't shown you that yet. Nope, I'm a plumber.
Yep.
Joe the plumber. That's me.
Shoot for the stars, I guess.
I'm Mario, bitches.
If you couldn't tell. So it is Halloween.
Right, yep.
Trick-or-treaters are going to be knocking at your goddamn door.
Not my
looking
door.
for some free shit, like everybody on GoFundMe. And
shots fired.
So, are you prepared? Are you ready to go?
I mean, no one's knocking on my door tonight.
No.
So, I mean, I haven't really got anything prepared. I mean, this is me prepared. Like,
okay.
I've got,
he's ready to go. He's got a problem, folks. Let's turn the clock back.
Okay.
A little bit. What was your normal ritual as a kid for Halloween?
Aside from blood sacrifices, I mean, I didn't really have too many when I was super young. I didn't do, I mean, kind of like I've said before on the show, like I didn't really get into like a lot of the spooky stuff as a kid. I mean, Halloween for us growing up, typically around like mid-October or maybe a little bit earlier, we always had like the giant boxes of past Halloween costumes. So it was like a really young kid. What we would do is like we would go through all the costumes. We would try a bunch of them on. And so like that was kind of like a thing that we did. You know, if there was something in there that still fit, we wanted to be like, we would use that, or we would go to the Halloween store and buy a new costume or whatever. And I kind of fell out of interest with Halloween. And then over the past couple of years, like when I was in college and whatnot, I got into building my own costumes rather than just, because I mean, like there are some ones that like, you know, yeah, like they're fine, they work, but like I like building my own because I feel like I can add a little bit of myself into it.
That's right.
I mean, I kind of went overboard with my Mario costume this year. Like I got a fucking tactical belt to go along with it, and like some nice work boots to wear, and like a gun holster, and like a little. Like I made like a little bullet bill, like handgun to use, and like I don't
think that's in the game.
It's not, but it's a little bit of me. And,
okay,
you know,
well I can relate. I mean, this is clearly not screen accurate, but
no,
it's got my own flavor.
I exactly I got what you're doing. So you know, my Halloween ritual as of late has kind of been throughout the month of October. Like I build my costume. You know, and then I try to revisit some of my favorite horror or Halloween-themed movies. So, you know, I mean, now it's like I actually think I've watched the first season of Stranger Things twice this month.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And, you know, like, always got to go through the Evil Dead series. Now I'm, like, working my way through Ash versus the Evil Dead. You know, I try to do, like, Young Frankenstein, some of the old and some of the old classic horror movies and whatnot. Because I prefer the classic horror movies to a lot of the newer ones. Not so much into the gore, as they say, unless it's like crazy over the top. Because like, you know, something like, you know, like Evil Dead. It's so over the top, it's comical.
Right.
But like like the Saws and the Hostels, like I don't really do any of those.
Yeah, not a big fan either.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, some of the classics you absolutely have to do.
Right.
As a kid, my tradition was always to. I didn't trick or treat around my neighborhood. I would always go over to the friend's house and do their neighborhood.
Did that from time to time
They
too.
had more of the cul-de-sac, more of the neighborly neighborhood kind
right.
of thing. My house was right off a main road, so
It's tough.
It's tough.
Yeah.
So we would always, pick out our costumes, and I would say, in the span of our trick or treating days, which is typically from very young age too. I think we discussed the cutoff age was about 14, 15.
You're like, you're kind of pushing it after that.
At that, right. So I would say probably 90% of my costumes from being young to that cutoff age was just, like you had said, a mishmash of either a pro wrestler or what I would call a freak. Which is not the politically correct term.
I mean, no.
But back in the 90s, anything went.
Yeah.
Which was basically like, let me throw on some green face paint.
It was always, like paint your face, blood, get a
cape,
tattered hoodie or a cape, and, do your hair up weird.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nowadays, we call that goth. Or whatever the case may be.
Bend and snap.
Yes. So that was kind of the rituals that we would go over to the friend's neighborhood, trick or treat around there, and then we would call it a night and head home. But one of the big rituals was the candy trade-off.
Oh, the bartering with some candy?
That's right. So at the end of the night,
okay.
always get your candy inspected by an adult. My mom would go through it and be like, pull out a couple things that she wanted, of course.
Sure.
And
well,
hey,
that's what you got to pay the tax man.
That's right. Nothing's for free.
Nope.
So, and then what we would do is it would be me, my brother, and my friend that we went to. We would sit in like a triangle shape, dump all the candy out in front of us, and be like, okay, who gets first draft pick?
Very nice.
And it would be like, I will give you. It's kind of like Monopoly. This is where I learned my negotiating skills.
So, okay. So, well, if it's like Monopoly, then like you lost one of your friends that night, and like all the furniture was tossed over.
Pretty much.
Right.
I will trade you 4 of my Dum Dum lollipops.
Oh.
For 1 of your Kit Kats.
That's a trade I'd make.
Exactly, and you'd be a fool.
I would take that. I would take those Dum Dums.
Exactly, and that's exactly what you are for making that trade.
Nope. Love me my Dum Dums.
Not a fan. But like that's the thing is you could get rid of the shit that you didn't want.
Exactly. Yeah.
And if your friend, didn't like what you liked, kind of thing, it worked out in the end. But that was a big event for us as kids was doing the draft, the trade.
Sure.
Kind of thing. So, and then towards when I was getting older is when you would go over to like the friend's house for the party. Like it'd be the Halloween party.
Right. I never really did any Halloween parties as a kid, or even like in my teens. Like a lot of times I'd get together with my friends and we'd go trick or treating, and then usually just like bunk up at somebody's house that was close by, and then just kind of hang out there. But like not many people I knew really threw Halloween parties.
Really? Okay.
Not until college at least.
Oh wow! So you kind of missed out. I mean, there was a period of time I would say probably from 14 to probably about 17 where there was no trick-or-treating. I was just going to a friend's party at that point.
Yeah, we didn't do that.
Didn't do any of that?
Didn't do any of that.
Now, keep in mind, like, the friend's party turned into, like, a backyard wrestling event.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Like...
So, things turned violent and,
I just happened to go as Shawn Michaels that year. And
right.
some super kicks were thrown.
It was a super kick party indeed, I guess.
Yep. Too sweet. No, one sweet. I'm sorry. Sweet. Yeah. But this year, did we do this last year? I don't know. Is this our first Halloween special?
No, we've done Halloween episodes. I mean, like, that's our first year doing
all this. Right.
Yeah.
For sure. So you said you were going to bring a surprise.
I brought you a spooky surprise.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm ready to get spooked.
It's a pretty good ritual that other people may or may not do.
Okay.
I've never done it. I don't know about you.
You've never done it?
I've never done it, man. So I hope you're ready to go on a trip tonight.
All right, what are we doing?
Yeah, because we are doing a Ouija board.
Do you want to bring demons into my house?
I kind of do.
Okay.
It's okay. But if you end up getting one, my dad's a pool man. He's got the old set of tools. So we can totally fix that. I'll give him a call right up. So have you ever done one?
I have.
You have?
I have.
Oh, man. What? So what? Because I've never done. This is my first Ouija or Ouija. Ouija. Do you say Luigi?
Luigi board.
It's my first ever Luigi board.
Okay.
I've never done one in the past.
Okay.
So this is going to be a new experience for me. It was actually kind of forbidden for me to do them.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Well, and rightfully so.
Okay.
My experience was that when I was a child, instead of going to being picked up at school from my house, I was picked up from my grandmother's house.
Okay,
So she was kind of like my pseudo babysitter kind of thing, and that's where I would get on the bus. We had neighbors across the street who had kids our age, that were me and my brother's age. So we would frequently back and forth during the summers, hang out with them and whatever the case may be. They had one.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So I remember, like, probably being like, and it's weird because I think with my faulty memory, as well documented from the concussions, everything in my life seems to have happened around the age of 6. Like that's like the go-to age that I place everything at. It was a expansive year for me apparently because everything happened at 6. So around 6 years old, we're over there and we're up in their room and they bust out the Ouija board, and of course I had to do it where like turn all the lights off, get a flashlight, we're doing the Ouija board kind of thing, and it's one of those things where it. From what I recall, and we'll go over all the instructions.
Right, yeah, because we got to do
like
the whole unboxing and read the manual.
Yeah. There's a lot of trust involved.
Now, trust in what way? Trusting the universe or trusting the people you're using it with?
Trusting that your friends aren't assholes.
Okay.
Which we're going to have a problem with that. But, yeah, like, it definitely did stuff, but, like, at the same time, I didn't trust the people that they weren't fucking with me,
right? Yeah,
kind of thing. Yeah. So like, it said I was gonna like die at like 29 years old, which is this year.
I mean, still got time.
Yeah, I got a couple months. I've been lucky, and a couple of other things like that. And it's just like, you really have to have faith in the people, and I didn't,
right?
Because they were jerks, and so I'm excited to kind of come in this with a fresh experience.
So it's been a while for you.
Been a while. I say that we make a pact.
Okay.
Right now that we're not gonna fuck one another.
We can go ahead and say that will be how we do this.
That's how we'll do it.
I again never used one. They were kind of forbidden.
Yeah, it's like the black arts kind of thing.
My mom was not really intrigued by the idea of us
the occult
using. Well, I don't know if I'd go that far, but really willing to toy with the notion of my brother and I using one.
Sure.
I've seen them up close,
right?
But and I know people who have used them. I've seen people use them, and I was like, nah, I mean, why risk it? Really? I mean, I'm 11. Why try?
So do you know what like the backstory to the Ouija board is?
I'm so glad you asked.
Oh, okay. let me sit back and be comfortable.
Sit back, get cozy, because we're gonna dive into a little history before we dive on into the box. So the Ouija board, also known as a spirit board or talking board, is a flat board marked with letters of the alphabet, numbers 0 to 9, words yes, no, hello occasionally, and goodbye. Participants place their fingers on the object, and it is moved about the board to spell out words. Ouija was actually trademarked by Hasbro, so
it's legit.
And wouldn't you know, this is a Hasbro gaming.
You
version.
A brand name?
I sure. It is often used generically to refer to as any talking board. Following its commercial introduction by businessman Elijah Bond on July 1st, 1890, the Ouija board...
Holy shit.
Yeah, it goes back.
Right.
The board was regarded as a parlor game unrelated to the occult until American spiritualist Pearl Curran popularized its use as a divining tool during World War I.
Wow.
Spiritualists believe that the dead were able to contact the living and reportedly used a talking board very similar to a modern Ouija board at their camps in Ohio in 1886. Basically, as a way to enable faster communication with spirits. Some Christian denominations have warned against using the Ouija board, holding that they can lead to demonic possession. So hopefully none of that happens here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I've got small children in the house, so that would
and
be,
I mean, like, I got to go to work tomorrow, so it's... just a thing. Occultists, on the other hand, are divided on the issue, with some saying that it can be a positive transformation. Others reiterate the warnings many Christians and caution inexperienced users against it.
That's the thing that I was listening to experts, quote-unquote, experts say, is that the problem with the Ouija board, unlike other... like if you go to like a psychic or whoever else talks to the dead kind of thing, is that with a Ouija board, you're kind of opening the door to anybody to walk in. It's kind of like Twitter, where anybody can yell in your face.
So really, this is just like a primitive form of Twitter?
Yeah, with the dead.
Oh, cool. Hey, you know what? Tweets for the dead.
Yeah, can we block?
Can we what?
Retweet?
Mute?
Exactly. So, I mean, I really hope none of that happens.
Yeah,
but...
I mean, like, I think we're going in with, good intentions.
Yeah.
So...
Now, let me ask you this before we get started. Is there anyone who's passed on recently for you that you may be hoping contacts you here tonight?
I mean, my grandfather died last year.
Okay.
So if he was just like, hey, what's going on? I'd be like, yo.
My man. What's up?
What's happening?
Yeah, I had my grandmother pass this year, and of course my dad died a few years ago.
Right.
So if any of that came into play here, that would be interesting, to say the least. But hopefully we're not just a bunch of assholes circling a board with a thing. So
hey,
hopefully something happens.
I mean, this could be a short episode. Who knows? So why don't we dive in?
Let's do it.
Okay.
All right, so
let's get in.
All right, let's get this thing open and let's see what it looks like. Let's do an unboxing of this game.
So I mean, okay. All right, being gentle with it. Okay.
Ooh.
Oh boy.
Looks spooky already.
What do we do?
Fucking open it.
All right, so we got.
Oh shit! Well, that's what's going there.
Oh, okay. So this, I think, will go in here.
Right.
All right. I believe. Oh, yep. That just snaps right in.
Snaps right in. Okay.
Hopefully it doesn't break.
All right. That's good old plastic Mattel.
Okay.
Or
Hasbro. Hasbro.
How dare I?
How dare you, indeed, sir?
All right. What do we got?
I think these are the instructions.
What the fuck is this?
Contents. Ouija board, obviously.
Right.
Planchette. Is that? Planchette? Planchette.
It's fucking Looking Glass. I don't know.
Those appear to be the lens with the 3 glide feet.
Oh yeah, glide feet.
So, okay. So I thought this was like some like chicken bone thing where you like rub it between your hands. You go,
some assembly required.
Some assembly required, indeed. All right, so we got the gliders in there, kind of like you got for the heavy furniture,
right?
So when you're trying to summon a spirit, you need those easy slides. Okay, and then all right. Well, let's actually let's get the Ouija board out.
Ah, yes, the devil's tool.
There we go. Same thing on the back. All right, so to play.
Okay.
Ask the Ouija board a question, and it will spell out your answer in the window of the planchette.
Oh, so it's in the window. It's not the pointer.
Planchette. It would be in the window.
Okay.
To assemble, we got that assembled. Begin your quest. Gently place the planchette in the center of the Ouija board. Gather closely around the board if you dare.
Wow, that's menacing.
Each player places 2 fingers.
Deuce.
2 on the thing.
Is it one from each hand, or is it can it be like?
I feel like. I mean, it just says 2 fingers.
Okay.
So.
2.
2.
Gotcha.
Yep. If you want to use your thumb, I mean, by all means. Ask your Never mind. Ask your questions. Let the bravest among you ask the first.
Okay.
Always speak slowly and clearly.
Okay.
Just as friendly spirits prefer. Be patient. If the thing doesn't move, ask another and focus. When you're
on what?
The question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
really put it out there.
Yeah, like really put it out there, man.
Gotcha.
When you're finished asking questions, move the thingy to the goodbye, to goodbye, and bid the spirits farewell.
Adieu.
There's like some nevers.
Okay.
Never use the Ouija board if you think it's just a game.
All right. Well, should we return it? What the fuck?
I mean, I think that's Walmart's policy. Never use the Ouija board alone. Never use the Ouija board in a cemetery. Never leave the planchette out on the Ouija board when you aren't using it, which I know for a fact because I saw Paranormal Activity. Shit fucked me up. Never forget to say goodbye to the Ouija spirits.
Okay.
So we got some things we got to make sure we got a checklist.
So how are you feeling right now? Are you a little nervous? Are you getting a little antsy?
I'm good. Hang on, wait. I got it. Wait, where did it say to start the thing?
Just in the middle of the board.
The center of the board. Okay. So, I mean, I got my pipe if anything goes south.
Okay.
So, all right. So, do you want to put?
Do you want to touch it?
Do you want to touch it? I don't want. I mean,
should we rock paper scissors?
Rock paper scissors. All right, ready?
2 out of 3.
2. Best of 7.
Okay. 2 out of 3.
2 out of 3. Ready?
Rock paper scissors shoot.
Yeah. That's one. Okay, ready?
Okay. Rock paper scissors shoot. Ah, fuck me.
Boom. Ching. All right, it's okay. I have faith in us.
It's hot.
Oh, don't do that. Did you ever see the commercials for these as a kid?
No.
Where it was like the 2 kids using it in the dark, and the one was like, "You're moving it." He's like, "I'm not moving it."
Oh yeah.
He's like, "You're moving it." He's like, "I'm not moving it."
All right.
So,
but did it say like we're supposed to do a circular motion or anything like that?
I mean, I'm sure we can maybe do it
warm it up.
Yeah, warm it up a little bit. You know, like really caress it a bit. Okay. You know, like be gentle. Now, right. I might need to adjust here.
Yeah, let's get ourselves situated.
Unless we want to go unless we want to cross streams here and maybe.
No.
Like you. Oh, okay. I mean, fine. You know, just trying to be romantic.
Okay.
All right.
So, is there like a specific place we're supposed to put our fingers?
I think on the bottom here.
Well, I thought get the fucking instructions back out.
What do you mean?
Because I think it's supposed to be a light press, right?
Yeah, it's a light press.
Yeah, but you're not supposed to paw the whole thing. Like what?
No. When you do it, like
I remember as a kid doing it like at the edge.
Yeah, yeah, or like here. I mean, you know, you don't want to go too far down. Then you get a little wheelie going.
All right. So a light touch.
A light touch.
All right, and then let's kind of move it a little bit, get it warmed up.
Yeah.
Do you want to ask the first question?
No, you're asking the first question.
Oh, was that the point of the rock paper
It
scissors?
was. I thought it was.
All right, let's just do something simple, okay?
Or wait, are you the bravest? Do you feel brave? I climbed out of a window. I climbed through a window last night on my second floor. I'm pretty fucking brave.
All right, well, just do something simple. Do a simple question.
We'll go simple. Is there anyone here with us right now?
I think we're supposed to stop moving it when we ask the question, okay? All right, so we've warmed it up a little bit. Yeah. All right, now let's stop. All right, now ask your question.
Is there anyone here with us right now? I feel like that's a no.
I mean, nothing's happening.
I mean, nothing is happening. I mean,
do you have? I feel like we got to be on the edge.
Okay. Okay. All right. You ask now.
Okay. Is there anyone here with us right now?
I feel like that's a no. Maybe.
Go with a no.
I'll go with a no. Okay, maybe we got to ask some different questions. Maybe we got to like warm them up.
Okay.
A little bit, because sometimes you send a text out, like, hey, you up, and then you don't get anything back, so you just gotta wait a little bit.
That's true.
You really gotta work on it some more.
Right.
Okay, so let's see. Let's see. What's like a specific thing we can ask?
Right. When maybe they gotta spell something out.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know. Do you know what do you know what today is?
I mean, it's moving a little.
I feel like but I feel like it's going slowly to the right.
I was gonna say left.
Oh. Maybe a little up?
Yeah, it's definitely going up. Huh.
Interesting.
I feel like maybe the problem is I was having my arm rested on the table. Like, maybe it's trying to pull us somewhere, but...
Okay.
Right, so arms up.
Okay, so arms up. Arms. Okay, let's try to go more in the middle.
Okay, yeah.
Let's
This is a fucking nightmare.
let's try to ask something that's not yes or no.
Okay. Okay, let's test some knowledge here.
Okay.
What year is it?
It's a good one.
It's
We're going. I mean, I feel like we're getting a little flicker here,
yeah, not. I don't really.
Maybe I need to switch hands. Maybe that's
Yeah,
it.
I can't. Maybe it's one a peach.
I don't think it's one apiece.
No.
I mean, the directions clearly states.
Let me read the directions.
You read it. You go ahead.
Because you sometimes do interpretation. Okay. Press the clear lens with the pin pointing down.
Which it is.
Which you did. Okay.
Yeah, that's.
To snap in. Carefully remove the feet. Put the plastic feet in the fucking thing. Begin your quest. Gently place in. Did I place it too hard in the center? Maybe.
Well, you think
gently.
you slammed it down?
Yeah, maybe.
So maybe. All right. Well, we'll kind of just do a.
There you go. Okay. Maybe it got stuck.
Do a hard reset.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it says place 2 fingers lightly on the thing. Bravest among you asks first questions. Be patient. Oh, we don't have patience.
See, you know what? That's the one we were missing.
Okay. We're asking all these questions.
We're asking all these questions,
like give a brother some time.
Right, exactly.
You know?
I mean, they're on the great beyond.
They're on spirit time.
There's a wall over there.
All right. Well, let's give them some time here.
Right.
Let them think about their responses.
Okay.
Maybe. Yep. I would say let's do this.
Okay.
Let's do something I don't know. What's your favorite color?
Ah, yes. What is your favorite color? Mm-hmm.
Got a little bit of movement.
I feel like there's a little bit of force pulling me here.
Like the force?
Like, is that how you get the force?
Through a Ouija board?
Through a Ouija board? Is that it?
I mean, it is probably spirits of Yoda. Let's see. Okay, we're heading off to the left a little bit. Looks like here. Let's see. What colors?
I'm really feeling it this time.
This takes a lot of patience.
Careful. I feel like we're stuck on. From my perspective, I see G.
Oh. Well, there's only one color that starts with G, so.
I mean, there's actually a few colors that start with G. Green, gray.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's 2.
Well, we are in Syracuse, so it could be gray.
It could be gray, but, I mean, if it's Yoda, it could be green.
That's right.
So,
or if they're a Dave Matthews fan, it could be Gray Street.
by chance, do you enjoy Dave Matthews?
It's all right. You weren't asking.
I feel like we're just.
We just have our dicks in our
I
hands.
feel like we just have our dicks in our hands at this point. I mean, all right, all right. Why don't we try to ask one more question here? Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna ask to see if they can really connect with me here.
Okay.
Maybe see if somebody was following me at all this week.
Okay.
So I asked a very specific question, actually, to a book of answers last week.
Okay.
What food did I ask the book of answers if I was going to be getting last week? I feel like this is... Oh, wait a minute here. Where are we going with this?
I don't know.
And you don't know. You don't know this answer.
I don't.
You don't know this answer. Where are we? Whoa. Whoa.
It is moving quite a bit.
I am... What are you seeing right now?
I mean, I'm kind of at an angle, so I think we're at T.
Oh, okay.
What are you seeing?
I mean, I can't see anything at the angle I'm at.
Oh, okay. No, it looks like we are at a T.
Oh, okay.
Is that...
I mean, I don't want to say if it's right or wrong because I'm not trying to sway any voters here.
Oh, okay. Well, you're not Russia.
Well, that's... And nor am I rushing.
Well, we seem to be moving from the T.
Okay.
We're heading off to the left.
You're not moving this?
You're
not moving this?
I mean, not to my knowledge.
I mean, if there's somebody with me, I'm sorry for the things I do. See, I think you just broke it there. I think. Oh wait, maybe it's still. Maybe it's. I don't know. Okay, we're moving here.
Yeah, it's doing something.
Yeah. See, I wonder too if like there's ever a time when it's like, like you're not trying to move it, but like maybe subconsciously you're like,
I think
or maybe that's what it is.
I'm pretty sure that's what the experts concluded, that there's like a subliminal thing where even if you I'm trying to get my elbow off the table.
I think
Did I break the chain of command?
I think you broke the chain of command.
Oh fuck! I might have fucked it up.
That's all right. We started with a T. So
and knowing
me,
it was tacos.
It was in fact tacos.
Was it really?
It was really tacos.
Oh, that's kind of. I
asked the Book of Answers, like, am I gonna get tacos this week? And you know what the Book of Answers said?
What?
Of course.
All right.
So,
well,
all right,
okay.
all right,
Well,
so
that was a little strange.
That was. I kind of felt something there.
A little bit.
Yeah, there was like something coming through me. So.
Now, are we supposed to say goodbye after every answer?
No, like when we're done using it. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Gotcha.
So is there anything else you want to ask? Ask the board.
Okay. Let's do this. Let's try to use the spirits for our own benefit here a little bit.
I don't know if you can do that.
Well,
that's open up a can of worms.
Maybe. Is this going to be a successful podcast?
No.
Fair enough.
Hey, then that just came out. I didn't mean to say that. I think there was somebody inside of me possessed. Okay, let me ask you this. Actually, no, we should say goodbye first.
Yeah, let's say goodbye.
Let's say goodbye. So,
thank you.
Thank you, spirits. Have a lovely evening.
Yep.
And goodbye.
Thank you. We got to move it to the goodbye.
Do we move it to the goodbye?
Yeah, you got to move it to the goodbye.
Oh, okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Bye. Okay. So, but yeah, don't put it back on there. So, your thoughts.
It's horseshit.
Okay. I mean, it's certainly reasonable. I mean, I kind of felt something.
I did, but like at the same time, like we talked about, it could have just been the
there is that
the subconscious.
Which I do think has a little bit of play here.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean,
I honestly don't think a children's toy.
You don't think Hasbro has tapped into the door to the unknown?
No.
All right.
I think this honestly was invented to get kids to sit down in one place and shut the fuck up for like a couple minutes.
I mean, like as we read it, like it was kind of more of like a parlor game.
Yeah.
So, like parlor games back then were, they sort of toyed around with the ideas of, the unfamiliar,
right,
as they say. And, I can certainly understand the concern that some people might have with like, oh, it's a gateway to demon possession.
Well,
but,
it's one of those things where I think, post Reagan America, was more on like the we'll be more safe than sorry.
Sure,
thing,
yeah, a lot of people, and that's sort of the approach that we were told to take, as a child.
As a child, right? Exactly. So, it's one of those things where be perfectly honest with you, I wish something would have happened. Like I would have given anything for anything, to somebody who I had loved to come back and try to communicate with me. But at the same time, what was it? It's like $15.99. Like what was it?
It was $20.
Oh wow, you got ripped off.
Well, I don't know. I mean, it's a good looking board.
Yeah. I wouldn't do it again.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay. I mean, I would want to maybe do. I could probably do another session.
Another session?
Yeah, I mean, just to kind of see how it goes. Maybe with somebody who's more experienced with, that sort of topic.
Yeah, that's true. That could be the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this kind of like for me falls in the lines of like tarot cards or
right.
Something. That's...
I think a lot of stuff like that has to do with people knowing how to read people.
Right.
Which is like a big part of it from what I've understood. But like I do, I don't know. It's weird. I feel weird now. I do. I feel weird.
Well, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween, everyone.
So
I'm going to go hide now.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up here. So we hope that everybody has a safe Halloween.
Yes.
Keep track of your kids.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure they don't get hit by cars.
Yeah, it's a concern. It really is.
The buddy system.
Use the buddy system. I love the buddy system. Everybody should use it.
Everybody should use it.
Buddy.
So be safe. Make sure you inspect your candy. And we'll see you on the other side.
See you on the other side, Dr. Venkman.
Right on. I've been Jason Mack.
I'm Kevin Graham.
And happy Halloween.